Good day, everyone. Our topic for today is about inequalities. So, what is an inequality? So, it is the relation between two expressions that are not equal, employing such as this sign, which or which means not equal to, and this sign, which is greater than, or this sign, which is less than. And we have two types, I think, of an inequality. So it is the absolute inequalities, which are inequalities that are satisfied by all real numbers. For example, this inequality equation, which is x squared plus 3, which is greater than 0. So all real numbers can satisfy these equation. You can try 1, because 1 raised to 2 is 1 plus 3 is greater than 0. So that always the statement is true as long as the value that you are going to substitute to this variable x is a real number. And the next type of an inequality is the conditional inequalities. These are satisfied only by certain numbers. For example, x minus 3 is greater than 0. So, there are real numbers that cannot be satisfied by this inequality equation, such as when we substitute numbers that are less than to 3, such as 2. So we have to substitute here 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1 greater than 0. So the statement is not true. So if we substitute here number greater than 3, such as 4, so 4 minus 3 is greater than 0. So 4 minus 3 is 1, which is greater than 0. So the statement is true. So that's the two type of inequality, the absolute inequalities and the conditional inequalities. Yeah, sorry. With this note, satisfied only by numbers greater than 3, this equation. So we have the fundamental properties of of a inequality. So for number 1, an inequality is unchanged in sense if the same number is added to or subtracted from both sides. For example, A is greater than B, then A plus or minus C is greater than B plus or minus C. So whenever we add or subtract the same number in an inequality, or the inequality is unchanged. So for the second fundamental property, an inequality is unchanged in sense of both sides are multiplied or both divided by the same positive number. So for example, this inequality equation, 5 is greater than 12. Then, if we multiply both sides by the same positive number, so the condition here is same positive number, then the equality sign or the inequality equation will not be changed, or it is unchanged. So, for example, we multiply both sides by 2. Sorry. We multiplied both sides by 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Then 2 times 12 is 24. So 10 is less than 24. So the next, or the third fundamental property of an inequality is that an inequality is changed in sense if both sides are multiplied or both divided by the same negative number. So in this case, the condition is the inequality equation will be multiplied or divided by the same negative number. So for example, 3 is greater than 2, then if we multiplied it by -1, both sides, the inequality sign will be changed because it is true that -3 is less than -2. And next is the, it is number 4. So the fourth fundamental property of an inequality says that an inequality of positive quantities is unchanged in sense if the same positive power or same positive root of each side is taken. So the inequality sign will not change if both sides are if both side or each side or the same positive power or same positive root of each side is taken. For example, 3 is greater than 2 and 25 is less than 49. So in this example, 3 greater than 2, when we squared both sides, 3 raised to squared, 2 raised to 4 to squared, so the answer will be 9 and 4. And it is true that 9 is greater than 4. So the quantity or the inequality sign will not change. Then in this example will be the same. If we take the root of these two numbers 25 and 49, which is 5 raised to 2 and 7 raised to 2, and it is true that 5 is less than 7. And we can understand it further again with an example. So 7x minus 10 is greater than 9x plus 4. So grouping like terms, we transpose this 9x to the left side and the -10 to the right side. So we can get this equation, -2x is greater than 14. So dividing both sides by -2 to get the value of x. So x will be less than -7. Why? Because according to the according to the third fundamental property of an inequality, when an equation is divided or multiplied by by the same negative number, the inequality sign will be changed. So x now is less than -7. So in this kind of problem, how can we check that our answer is correct? So by checking, if we say that x is equal to -8, substituting it to the original equation, we can get that -66 is greater than -68, which is a true statement. Then, if we say that x is equal to -6, we substitute it to the original problem or original equation, then we can get that we will arrive with this answer, which is -52 is greater than -50, which is a false statement. So what does it mean? It only shows that this answer, which is x is less than -7, it shows the limitation of the value of x in order to satisfy this equation. So the value of x here will be always or will be fixed to the numbers that are less than -7. So as we can see here, x is equal to -8. It is true that -8 is less than -7. And here if we say x is equal to negative 6, it is not true that negative 6 is less than negative 7. So, the answer for this problem will be x is less than negative 7, or all numbers that are less than negative 7. So, let's move on to our next problem. We have this kind of equation: 2 minus 8, number 2, 5 minus 8x all over 9 is less than 3 minus x all over 11. So simplifying this equation, we can get this. So it's just a matter of algebra, and I hope that you know the process. Then distributing these terms, we can get this equation, and grouping like terms, simplifying, we can get negative 79x, which is greater than negative 28. So dividing both sides by negative 79 to find the value of x, we can have this answer: x is less than 28 over 79. Why it changed? Because we divided it by the same negative number, both sides. So if you want to check if this answer is correct, you can follow you can follow the process that we do in our example number 1, where we check our answer. So I think that's it for this lesson. I think you can try and solve this problem. So the answer for this will be x is greater than 2. And if you find it difficult and you cannot solve for the solution of this problem, kindly comment, and I promise that I will post the correct solution with the answer in this equation or in this problem. So that's it for this topic. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.